So it's been a while. The last time I interviewed you, you were still doing your spring playoffs. What have you been
Yeah.
up to?
So we got second in spring playoffs, and now we're just starting back. The summer split starts in
Yeah,
3 days technically, but our first game doesn't start till like the 15th,
yeah. Oh,
or the 16th. Sorry.
hmm Uh, have you been doing anything interesting during your off season break? Well,
Um,
during the break. Sorry.
no, not really. I just been hanging with friends. If not hanging with friends, I'm just playing solo queue.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing too much.
Yeah. Mm, did did you ever watch MSI?
I've watched some of MSI. Like I would say, I've been watched some of the matches. I haven't watched. I didn't watch the Lion versus HLE
Yeah.
match last night. I know they went 2-3.
Mm,
HLE won,
mm-hmm.
but I watched G2 versus T1 at least 2 games of it, and
Yeah.
then every now and then I'll
Mm-hmm.
watch. But
Rough time zones.
yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like I think last night didn't start till like 3 here, so like
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah. I yeah. I actually watched I think like the past two series is like live, so I'm a bit sleepy from that. Yeah. Okay. So since okay, Lion won 3-0 against G2, and then they lost 2-3 to HLE. With that kind of performance, how do you think this will affect the region's optimism and viewership?
Well, I don't know. I think it could boost viewership for NA
Hmm.
overall, but I think I think it'll be better if once we beat one of the Korean teams or one of the Chinese teams, because we've been beating EU for a bit
Yeah.
in terms of playing, but it's weird because EU tends to beat one of the Asian teams, and
Hmm.
then they lose to us, but then we beat EU, and then we just lose to the Asian teams. But that line put like I mean they went 2-3 against HLE, and HLE is Gumi UC and
Yeah.
Zeus, so
Hmm.
you know
Yeah. So we're in. Would you say we're in a circle of suck moment right now?
um I wouldn't say that, but
Yeah.
I think I think we're doing a lot better as
Yeah.
a I don't know, I think it started with FlyQuest last year, and then this year we have Lion, and FlyQuest is also pretty decent this year,
Hmm.
just despite it being mostly like I'm pretty sure it's mostly rookies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I think we also okay. There was a streamed tournament on the Korean streaming service. I think it was Soup. Oop. I think FlyQuest actually beat DRX and DNS in that one too. And I think C9 beat D plus Kia
mhm.
in that. Though it's best of one, so I'm not exactly sure if that counts, but I
Yeah,
think
I
we're
mean
making progress, yeah.
I think NA is making progress. I think
Hmm.
the issue with NA that there isn't enough people playing the game like solo queue wise, so that's the reason like that's like what people really look at when NA,
Yeah.
because the ladder is a lot. Like if you go to EU, it's like what's the cutoff is like 4.5 KLP or something like that, and then NA it's like 2.7K.
Yeah. But
So
I'm pretty sure the
it's
EUW server's like quite a bit of an exception amongst the exceptions because 4.5K cutoff for LP is a
I mean,
bit
yeah, it's
much.
definitely dumb. It's
Yeah.
definitely like it. It's just whatever happened this season, whatever they did with the rank system, ever
Yeah.
since the start of the season has just led to this. And they had to reset it once, and they said it would get better, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything for it to get better otherwise.
Yeah.
But it's all about player base, and EU obviously has a bigger player base than NA currently,
Mhm.
and same thing with Korea, same thing with China. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, moving back to MSI. So I'm sure you've probably noticed that Mage bot meta has really been a prevalent thing, a thing amongst in the draft. So Mel Pike, Ziggs, I think I saw Cassiopeia bot once or
Yeah,
twice. I think there was a Talia. No, no, I don't. I'm not sure if it was Talia bot that appeared. Vel'Koz. I think Viper played Vel'Koz.
I've played Vel'Koz. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then also there's just a lot of Gnar in top lane.
Um.
Yeah.
So I think top lane right now is meant to be more of a physical damage role,
Yeah.
according to drafts. It's a lot harder to play AP champs in top lane right now,
Yeah.
which I think it's showed. I don't think there was many AP. I mean, there was. I think there was a Gwen last night and a Swain top last night.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, maybe a Rumble, but besides that, it's like most of the time you're playing Gnar, you're playing Mbessa, you're playing. If you're not playing one of those two, you're playing Jace, you're playing Sion, you're playing Cassante, you're
Yeah.
playing something that does physical damage. Now, granted, Sion had a 0% win rate in
Mhm.
all of MSI, but that's not because the champion's bad. That's just because.
Sion actually won during Lion versus
Oh,
HLE.
okay. Oh,
So
yeah.
one in how many ever losses it has
One
right now.
was who played HLE or
I think
uh
it was Lion actually,
yeah.
or I'm not totally. I don't really remember. Um.
I can look. I can look. I'll look
Yeah.
it up. But
Yeah. So okay. So speaking as like a top laner, how do you personally feel about these change this?
okay, so yeah, Zeus played it last night and won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I'm fine with it. It kind of hurts me individually because I'm tend to play like tanks more and like I'll play Sion Cassante, but then when you play like Ornn or Gragas,
Mhm.
those are tend to be more AP heavy, which it like Ornn is magical damage.
Yeah.
Gragas is mainly AP. And Gragas right now already isn't really good in the meta, and it
Yeah.
doesn't help that the AP bot is taking
Mhm.
over. Um, and then like a lot of my counter picks are also AP, so it does hurt me a little bit as a player individually.
Yeah.
But I think in the long run it's better because like right now I'm just practicing other champs on an alt account.
Mhm.
Um, and I think it's just good nonetheless. I don't know. I think what's the word? I think it's just good practice. Like this meta is like making people more flexible
Yeah.
than just playing the same thing. Which obviously it sucks for some players, some AD carries. They don't want to really change their input
Mhm.
in play mages, but there's not much that Riot can really do to change it.
Yeah.
I mean, they can do stuff to the quest
Mhm.
and try to hurt mage bots that way, but
Yeah.
I think for now they're fine. Like right now they're like, okay, it's fine, they can stay. So they're not going to really do that anytime soon.
Yeah. On the bright side, we're probably going to see a lot of male nerfs, considering everyone wants that.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mel is just going to need a rework, and they're going to have to like just completely redesign her W because
Yeah.
I think the main reason why she's good bot is because she outranges most of the mages,
Yeah.
and then like she hostages some of like the comps. Like you can't play Ash Seraphine if Mel's open, for example, because then you'll just actually just lose the game. Like there's like no, it's literally like as bad as like Silas getting Malphite ult or Silas getting Alistar ult, something like that.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent.
Yeah. Speaking of which, this also, um, I think this also like places has, at least from what I've seen, it placed a lot more emphasis on junglers and supports. Or it's would you
Yeah,
say, would you like say that um okay, because I've probably seen more Skarner this month, or like more junglers with like CC than I have probably in like the past few months during spring, outside of maybe
mm-hmm.
like Lee Sin or something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
I think supports are playing with the junglers a lot more due to this because like you can just play Mel, you can play Ziggs, you can just play Zerath, you can play play whatever APC. You can play like Ezreal, stay safe under your tower,
Mm-hmm.
farm waves, and there's not that much that the bot lane can do to threaten a dive. And if the enemy jungler is on, the top side of the map,
Yeah.
then if your support and jungle will go to the top side of the map,
Mm-hmm.
and the other support doesn't go, like they just win. They take their camps, and it's a huge problem because they can't really do much bot lane either.
Yeah.
Um, there's nothing stopping the Ziggs from just AFK farming
Mm-hmm.
under tower and not dying,
Yeah.
and then the Camille support running around the map and taking over with the jungler. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing.
so a lot more jungle invades, roaming supports, and engage supports.
Yeah, I mean, there's enchanters have their place. Like you'll get a Lulu game, you'll get a Seraphim game.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
Karma still relative,
Mm-hmm.
like, but for the most part, I think we're starting to see more Camille, more Pike, more Bard. Well, I think Bard's always relevant, but
Yeah, but
we're
Bart's
just
usually banned all the time, so
yeah.
yeah.
And if they pick Camille, then there's more options. Like now, people just play Poppy or Shen into it,
Mm-hmm.
um, and just try to beat it. Try to keep it in mind, keep it in check.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Mm. Would you also say that the meta is orientated more towards like skirmishes rather than like just scaling too?
Yeah, I mean, I think their skirmishes more. I think it's scaling more like 80 carry slash bot centric,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say it's more skirmishes on the other side of the map. Like
Yeah.
I think that's pretty much what the meta is translated into.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like, again, if both the 80 carries are just AFK farming bot, and the support and both the supports and jungles are just perma roaming, then unless there's a fight breaking out on the bot side of the map, most of the time it's just going to break in the other side of the map, like a
Yeah.
Herald or Grubs, or
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
unless it's like a Drake fight. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Drakes are that prevalent right now in the meta.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you think Baron also like kind of lost some prevalence in the meta too?
No, mainly because there's a lot of teams that just lost due to Hunter Baron, which is a lot of teams actually lost because they fought like the Baron they tried taking the Baron that
Yeah.
spawned, which is like the worst Baron to fight in like
Yeah.
those instances where if you kill one member and you go to try to take the Baron or something like
Yeah.
that, and then they can still fight you just because it is the Hunter Baron,
Yeah.
and it just shreds your resistances like instantly, and
Mm-hmm.
it makes it a lot harder to fight.
Yeah. Do you think it's because of Baron buff or just Baron fights though?
Well, I think it's like I think how getting Baron is obviously a drastic um like whatever team gets Baron, most the percentage of the winning the game is most likely going up. Um, it's just a huge buff and steroid in fights
Yeah.
slash just pushing power. I mean, you push the waves a lot more. The minions help, like you just push and siege a lot easier
Mm-hmm.
with Baron than you do without it.
Yeah.
Uh, but the reason a lot of fights are starting and teams aren't able to actually fight them because the teams that are starting the Baron are getting, they're getting harassed by the Hunter Baron version,
Yeah.
which is a lot of teams like don't even realize there's three different Barons. I don't think I think that was such like a minuscule change that most people don't realize it until the Hunter Baron shows up. Because I know the difference between the Hunter Baron, but I don't know the difference between the other two. There's three of them, but I don't know like
Yeah.
the
Oh,
changes.
okay, that explains why yeah, so uh, I would say I'm pretty new to the game compared to like a lot of fans. I was a bit confused as to why like the Baron I guess was like spitting more.
Well, it just depends on the
Yeah.
map. Like, there's three different maps,
Yeah.
or three different like Baron maps. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have one where there's like a wall in the center,
Yeah.
and then you'll have one that's more decrepit, which is the Hunter Baron, and then you'll have another one, which I'm not sure what the difference between the other two are. I just know Hunter Baron's the worst one to fight.
Yeah. 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 And speaking of tournaments, okay, leaning away from MSI, Double Lift hosted, I think Double If hosted his retirement home tournament during like the early stages of MSI play-ins, and I didn't watch that, but I heard that there was a lot of positive reception from fans, and a lot of people were happy at with how that turned out. Um,
Um, I didn't watch it. I just know that I think the Void, whatever team Void Boy was on one.
mhm,
I think
yeah,
I didn't watch it, and I didn't really keep in
mhm,
tabs of it. I didn't really watch a lot of old league,
okay,
so I didn't really care too much.
okay, okay. But do you think like tournaments like these are like helpful with bringing in viewership for North America?
I think any tournament that isn't part of the LCS that like it does bring like a bigger viewing. It's obviously good for the region. It doesn't do anything bad, I don't think.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
hmm yeah. There's also a okay. Time zones are a bit bad. I think it should be like there's a tournament in a few hours. I think like in order to advertise League Classic, they have like a huge tournament with a bunch of retired pro players.
yeah,
There's
what
a
I
lot.
mean,
Yeah.
I the League Classic thing, like I know I see, I think that's cool. I think
Mhm.
that's something unique, and I think that's and Riot's hosting it, so I don't think it's you know I like the idea of it. I also like the idea of League Classic. Not that I'm gonna like play it for more than like a week straight
Yeah.
anyway, but I think playing all the old characters and for
Mhm.
everyone to see how the game has like developed over time for the
Yeah.
better is good.
Mhm.
Obviously, there's like some nostalgia, and you know, nostalgia is a blessing and a curse. There's gonna be some things that I play and be like, oh yeah, I miss this. There's gonna be some things I play that are like, oh yeah, this is why this character got reworked.
Mhm.
Like I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play old Gangplank. I'm gonna be like, wow, this character's terrible. I'm so happy it got reworked.
Yeah.
And then same thing with like you know old. I don't even know. Maybe like old Urgot. I guess old
Old
Urgot. Same thing.
Scion.
Scion, yeah. I mean, I didn't play old Scion at all. All I know is just like you either built full AP or you either built full lifesteal, and there was no in between.
I saw a lot of comments saying that saying that they were looking forward to playing old Master Yi.
Well, old Master Yi had like AP ratios on Q or
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
or like his R was his Q and his Q and his R. I don't remember.
Mhm.
Um,
Do you think that do you okay, okay. How important and effective do you think like these nostalgia based content are for League of Legends?
like you mean like the tournament?
Not just the tournament, but also just like the inclusion of the game mode itself.
I think it's effective for the game. I think it's effective to bring back old players that
Mhm.
stop playing the game.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think it really does anything for new players. I think the only thing
Yeah.
it does for new players is it gives new players the idea of like current new players if they
Mhm.
want to play, just try out the game. They'd be like, "Oh wow, this is how the game used to be, and this is how the game used to look."
Yeah.
And then that's about it. Like, you know,
Yeah, because at least on Reddit there was like and I heard at least on Twitter there was some mixed reception to it because a lot of people were split between the idea of it's like, oh, this is going to help the game long term, and oh, this is going to be popular for 2 weeks and then everyone's just going to forget about it.
um,
And so,
I think with me is that Riot, Riot has planned to do this for a while because there
hmm
were people working like they were working on bringing like an actual like a different. It wasn't going to be Riot affiliated. It was going to be like it was called like Chrono Break or something,
yeah,
and it got discontinued by Riot. Like Riot forced them to shut it down essentially
yeah,
because Riot was working on it already probably.
hmm
Um, which is good. Like it's good in the sense that Riot was actually doing it, and they just didn't shut it down because they didn't want it to come to light. Um, but I think people will enjoy. I think some people will probably stick to it and enjoy playing it. I think some people will just play it in 2 weeks. I think it's it's like any other game mode. Like
Mhm.
some people are gonna like it and keep playing it, and some people are gonna hate it and stop playing it, and
Yeah.
some people are gonna be like, okay, this was fun for like 2 weeks, and then just stop playing it for you know till when they feel like they want to play it again. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Do you think this has the potential to be a staple like ARAM Arena, ARAM Mayhem?
Yes, but I think they would have to like change it. Like they would have to like add. They would have to add more stuff, or what they would do is like go to another season. Like
Mhm. Like,
don't just do like old season 3 slash before and a little bit after. Just do like go back to like season 6, like right when all the mages got reworked or
yeah,
something.
yeah. If they were to rotate seasons, what do you think would be like an effective season rotation?
It's kind of weird because right now they're doing it at season 3, and I don't know, like if like you obviously, I feel like there's no point in going back at that point.
Hmm.
Um, so I feel like you would just go up from there. Like you
Yeah.
would just slowly just keep adding more people, and then after a certain point, you just have to stop and go and not. But I think it's fine staying at season 3
Hmm.
and just adding some of the old champions, like like old Yorick, old Swain, stuff like that, because I think those champions haven't been announced yet, which I'm sure they will announce them eventually
Yeah.
to be put on. But like old Galio, same thing, like
Hmm.
stuff like that.
So
Um,
yeah. So essentially, just like let's say adding like all the champions like that were available in season 3, and then like after a while they rotate to like say like season 5 or something, that kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like it shouldn't be overdone.
Yeah.
It's going to be one of those things where they have it as a game mode for a few months and then they
Hmm.
get rid of it and then they come back another time around and they do like season 5 or whatever, or like they stay season 3 but they add more stuff,
Yeah.
something like that. Kind of like how they do with like it's not going to be like Air Mayhem or Arena, which have actually stayed with us for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
You know, Air Mayhem more recent, but
Hmm.
um, it's going to be more like a small time event thing. And I hope that they just if you do progress, because I know they're bringing back the old rune pages, old mastery, and you have to play to get the old runes.
Yeah.
um, essentially. So if they do that, or they take it away for a bit, I hope you keep the progress if you played a lot the last time around. That's the
Hmm.
only thing that I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah. And then besides like classic, I heard they're bringing back I think KDA.
Yeah, they didn't KDA. I'm
Yeah.
more of a pentakill person, so
Yeah.
I don't really, I don't have an issue
Yeah.
with KDA, but I don't
Hmm.
also really like, I think
Yeah.
KDA is better than doing like bringing back like hard steel or true damage though.
Yeah.
So
Do you think like do you think bringing back the league bands would be a great way to attract newer players?
I don't think I think KDA would be a great way of tracking newer players. Yes, I think stuff like Pentakill would be a way to bring back older players.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, it just depends. I think it's a
Hmm.
lot harder to do now though, because a lot of people know what League is, and a lot of people just don't want to get into a League because
Yeah.
a lot of people have told people about terrible experiences of League.
Yeah.
So it's just like I mean, the game is like if you look at outside of like people, like you just take away people, the game is a good game.
Hmm.
But like the second you like play solo queue and you have to deal with people, then it's bad. But
Yeah.
but outside of like the community, it's a pretty solid game,
Hmm.
like fun, like just to play.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
just my take.
I know that they're also like just trying to crack down on stuff like Smurfs, people going AFK, people people like doing things like intentionally running it down and stuff like that. Do you think that will probably pay off in the long term?
Yeah, I mean, I think they already have started cracking down on that. It's like you literally just add Drew Levin on Twitter and put a game ID, and someone will get
Yeah.
you know if they people need to stop everyone's just ego checking each other, which people need to stop ego checking each other at the end of the day. Like people, not everyone is the main character. Just like not everyone will be the main character of a draft on, MSI stage. Like,
Mhm.
Zeus picked Sion one game. He isn't the main character of that draft. He's locking in that champion.
Mhm.
So that's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah. Mm, okay. So, do you think adding like voice chat would help this out, or do you think it wouldn't really be that
I think
helpful?
it has to be very moderated
Mhm.
if it is going to be added. Like,
Yeah.
like either they have to record. I don't know. I just think at the end of the day that what were we just talking about?
Um. Yeah. Voice chat. Voice chat.
Voice chat.
Yeah.
I think if people don't ego check each other, because I don't think people. I think if you're in a call with someone, like, bruh,
Internet cut out again. Sorry.
bruh,
Yeah.
no, it's fine.
Okay. What were you saying?
I'm just saying, like, people won't act the same if they're talking in voice chat than if
Yeah.
they type. That's just.
It
Uh,
humanizes the other side.
yeah, I mean, it humanizes. It just makes it so people won't say certain things.
Yeah.
Like you can type something out and you won't say it in voice comm to someone. Like
Yeah.
that's just the way it is.
Yeah. Where were we?
We were talking about we went from the KDA thing and then we went to voice chat.
Okay.
Then we just finished voice chat.
Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Mm, okay. So I guess. Yes. Sorry. Moving on to. I guess. Last question. So since you're starting summer split in a few weeks, what are some takeaways that you gained from last split that you and your CCG teammates will bring in for summer split?
Um, you know that we can perform at a higher level than teams gave us props for. I mean, we're last two. Um, I think another thing was the whole like weak side thing. Can I play weak side most
Mm-hmm.
games and be fine with it? Which obviously I could because we went so far with it. I think I didn't weak side every game, but most the percentage was like 90% of my games I was playing weak side. Um, I think uh, would just be like us as an identity is sticking. Even if we have a change of people, our identity is staying the same roughly, and I think it should be fine.
Mm-hmm. Any hopes for like specific meta changes?
The only meta change I hope for is I actually do hope that the AD carry pool it does get a little wired down, and it's like maybe like a couple mages, like it's just like Ziggs or like Mel, but then like all the other mages like die off or something. I don't know. That's just
Mm,
my personal take. Like I think having Ziggs is healthy as like a pick,
yeah.
but I think like if you're starting to get into like everything, then it's bad.
Mm-hmm. So like, so like hopefully I guess like some of the mage picks from MSI will like probably like go back to mid lane.
That or just like I think not like it's NACL. Like we're not going to be playing like a lot of the 80 carries. Will be
Mm-hmm.
playing typical 80 carries.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think a lot of them are going to adapt to the mage meta change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm.
Um,
Well, since it was great talking to you, despite yeah
that's why
the
the
internet.
internet
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good luck on summer split, and I'll see you sometime.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
Peace.